Got it.
Got that.
Good morrow, gentle people. Tonight. These things happened. They were glorious and they changed the world. And then we fucked up the end game. We talk about 2007's Charlie Wilson's War. A movie I would say kind of got lost in a deluge of great movies. Let's just list them so you can watch the things here. There Will Be Blood. Right there, hit that button. Fade that out. No Country for Old Men button. Pow! Hit it. 07. We'll do more. We'll start peppering them throughout the show. But first things first, we got Joe, the bearded baritone Morgan.
Extra deep tonight.
Russell, what's that? Sorry.
Bringing it extra deep tonight.
Extra deep tonight. That's what she said. You are not but Russell Craigie. We all know that's not true. You are but.
Nope.
He is.
And I'll be your host. My name is Charlie Wilson, and I help bring $750 million worth of support to Afghanistan in the 80s when they were getting pummeled by the Russians for no fucking good reason, really, except Russia loves to fuck with its neighbors. We haven't seen anything like it. Oh no, that's right. We have very recently. Oh god, dude, it's fucking disgusting. Like what? Why? You got the biggest chunk of this earth. We're on one little planet. You got the biggest fucking chunk. You just want to take it all over?
Gotta have more.
I gotta have more. I don't know.
Gotta prove a point to America.
Admit it.
Which is what? Here. This is our spot. Over this side, this is for us. And if you have friends over here, we're going to just drive our tanks over them.
You don't walk across the F in the quad, man. The seniors will get you. Freshmen. All right, enough inside jokes. Let's get this thing rolling because the movie gets rolling pretty quick. Russ, you brought us into this thing. Tell us why and give it a rating.
Tell us why. I picked this movie because I found it educational, which is always a plus. And one of those kind of surprising movies that I'd only watched it once before this. I remember being surprised by it, thinking it was really great. That nobody talked about it. I've met a small handful of people since watching it who've actually seen it as well. And I can be like, oh, you've seen that movie? I think
sorry, go ahead.
I think it's got Tom Hanks in it, one of my favorites, and it's one of his like little more fun roles. And just genuinely good from start to finish. It makes me feel proud to be an American and proud of what we stand for. I was pleasantly surprised watching it again. So after recommending it, I was like, damn, I hope it holds up. Watching it yesterday, great. I will give it an A-.
A-, nice. Very nice.
Interesting. A- for Charlie Wilson's War. Can you think of another actor you believe has done cocaine less than Tom Hanks?
Less than Tom Hanks.
Right. Like I see Tom Hanks and people say he's done cocaine and I say, I doubt it.
Wayne Brady.
I can see Wayne Brady doing coke.
Brian Gumble?
Who is the kid that was Beaver on Leave It to Beaver? That guy.
I mean, Jerry Mathers? Oh, that guy definitely did some coke, dude. Coke was probably like seeing its heyday when he was coming up. A-. All right. I'm going to make a note for that. Joe, have you seen this movie before?
I have not.
Oh, first watch. Do tell.
First watch. Charlie Wilson is my personal hero.
Yes, he is. I can confirm this.
I now know what I want to be when I grow up.
Right.
to hear Russell give such a resounding positive review of this movie, and then on my watch through realize that the majority of the good things that are happening are so intensely coated with his womanizing, backdoor dealing sleaziness.
Did he really womanize?
Well, I mean, he's the pinnacle of what they would consider, womanizer didn't used to have such a derogatory tilt to it as it does nowadays. He was upfront and open about how he was and how he lived his life, and people still respected him and allowed him to do his job. My favorite scene in the movie is he's got a deadly trained CIA spy in his office running in and out as his cadre of beautiful young women run back and forth to help him handle his scandal that's erupted.
In real life, they called them Charlie's Angels.
Right.
There it is. No, but beyond that, my obvious identifying with the movie, I actually really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was well done, well written, well acted. I'm an A. I give it an A.
An A. Wow.
Yeah. Because it even it took some of the cheekiness out when they had the moments in the war camp. Despite all the cheekiness and how he accomplished his goals and how he lived his life and how he operated, there wasn't anything cheeky about the cause. Like, it was that part was business.
Yeah, it really straddled a line. It didn't get too involved and depressing in the horrors of the war, although it definitely touched on it. And then it didn't get to me, it was like, oh, Tom Hanks. They probably can't show how much debauchery this guy actually got up to. Although he's a congressman, it probably wasn't. I actually saw a fun quote. They had asked him if anything he wanted to complain about in the movie. He said, anything I might have objected to, they could prove. So totally fine with everything in the movie. Which I thought, it's probably at least they didn't talk about these other couple things, which car accident. Anyway, I don't know when the movie first came out, I remember seeing it once before. Go ahead, Russ.
He was never convicted for that car accident.
No, he paid a $25 fine.
That was hearsay.
Erroneous on both counts.
Jailbait. Jailbait? What's my statement?
What's funny? I thought he was calling the group of them jailbait. That was his name for the collection.
No, it was just
one.
No,
that's an actual one of the characters.
Yeah.
IMDb. Thanks for shorting that out. When the first time I watched it, unlike Russ, I was a little underwhelmed. Most movies, just let's be transparent. Most movies I watch with Julia Roberts, I am a little underwhelmed. I don't get it, but she's,
you
whatever.
Monster.
And Tom Hanks, it's you've seen him in so many movies. This is our fourth Hanks movie. This is also the fourth 07 movie minimum, but I only named two, right? Oh, Eastern Promises. Boop. So I started actually keeping a score. I gave it negative points for the opening. Why did the guy, it was really interesting with the guy praying at sunset or sunrise, whichever it was. And then he shoots the Stingle missile at the cameraman. What'd that cameraman do? I don't get it. There's a weird opening. They wanted to make it James Bondy. And then the slide guitar lead in. I don't know. Do we need movies that open up with slide guitar anymore? Negative points. However, Philip Seymour Hoffman shows up. It gets a bump. Amy Adams.
It was immediately followed up by friggin' naked bitches getting in this friggin' spa, dude. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah. And Emily Blunt, and an early role for her, looking fucking dynamite. Other than that, the writing is really what this movie has to shine. Like you were talking about that scene could totally be too much. And at times it feels almost like, oh, is this, they're going to do a bit, but then it really plays out where you're like, oh, this is actually really funny and I could see this happening. And the ability he has to pick up on each conversation without being distracted by the other, he just separates them. Pretty well done by Hanks. Hoffman was really fucking funny. Julia Roberts was Julia Roberts. I
Great
give it
role
a
for
C
her.
plus. I'm
You
gonna drop
monster.
down. I give it a C plus. Like the real interesting part of this is the actual real world story. Like you think about now, it's funny seeing people who are under 30 years of age. Like Afghanistan and the U.S. have always been a conflict for decades. They don't even know that there was a time when people be like, Afghanistan, what's that? I don't even know what Afghanistan is because we weren't involved in their shit. We weren't at war with them. And this guy made a valiant effort, like, fuck the Russians. They're our actual enemy. Let's help out these poor people who are getting killed by them. And then fucked up the end game, man. We planned for 2 years for what to do after World War II and how to help Europe rebuild. Like, where has that foresight gone in this country?
And the only reason we did it is because we had World War One to go like, hey, remember what happens if we
Right?
don't?
Yeah. Yep. There's this power vacuum, and then fucking Nazis show up, or in this case, the Taliban shows up. Nobody's around anymore. They're like, hey, look, they helped us, and then they fucking forsake us. So fuck them, right? Fuck them. And then you get decades upon decades of war. It's really tragic, but that's the part of the movie I really loved. And of course, you know, the I'm a stripper scene, really great. Anyway, the real story about real Charlie Wilson. Have you guys looked into him much?
No.
Yes. And one thing I feel I need to say, just to help him out a little bit, is he was a little bit of a playboy in his personal life, but his foreign policy, he was very conservative, but his domestic policy was very liberal. And he was very pro-choice and very pro-women. And he
and for equal race.
Yeah, very pro
equality across the board.
Yeah, he just wanted everyone who was basically an underdog or who did not perform as well. Actually, one of the reasons the Jews supported him is just because he wanted Israel to do better because they were an underdog, and so he supported Israel. But with women, the reason that he had all those women in the workplace for him was because all the other congressmen did not, and he thought that wasn't right. So he hired all these women, and then other people said he's only hiring them because he's a playboy and he likes women. And that actually isn't the real story, according to him. But who knows for sure?
I mean, and then at a certain point, you just lean into it. You know, I mean, you just lean into it.
And in real life, he did have a male chief of staff. I mean, they just leave him out of the movie because that wouldn't be as fun. And then, as far as I could tell from my bullshit research, he actually did say that you can teach him to type, but you can't teach him to grow tits line, which, I mean, eloquent, Mr. Wilson.
I mean, the line he's known best for has the word fuck in it. So,
right.
What's
that line, Russ? I know you want to say it.
You've said it twice already. Fucked up the end game.
Fuck me, right? Oh. It's gonna be like this all night.
What? I'm not okay with you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm trying to make a joke, and you guys are fucking flatlining. All right. Let's get in the wad then, because something's got to liven up this party. So let's get it out. Written by Aaron Sorkin, based on a book by another dude. Aaron Sorkin, though, pretty exciting. Love watching his stuff. West Wing, anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well done.
Just such a good show. He wrote A Few Good Men, The American President. This one, Social Network.
Haven't seen that one yet.
It's decent. And Moneyball.
All of those are incredible movies. I mean, A Few Good Men.
You haven't seen Moneyball?
No, everybody keeps saying I should, but
Moneyball is probably the best one of that bunch to me personally.
It's done so well. Another really great Philip Seymour Hoffman performance, even though he's in a very small amount of it.
The reasons that I would give that movie a high score are the same reasons I give this movie a high score. Would you give that movie better than a C+?
Yeah, probably. B-. B-.
Ben's just feeling harsh tonight.
What a jerk. Who's this guy?
What a jerk. Aaron Sorkin, really great. And then you got Mike Nichols, who this is the last movie he directed. He was the director of this. You don't know who he is because why would you? But he did Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, which is like, I say that movie title and you probably haven't seen the movie, but you've heard of it. The Graduate, Silkwood. Joe, do you remember Silkwood?
No.
Cher and Meryl Streep? No?
No.
Damn, dude, that's a good one. Go back, watch it. Biloxi Blues with Matthew Broderick, one of my favorite. Working
Great
Girl,
movie.
Melanie Griffith, Sigourney Weaver.
Good movie.
Absolutely. Postcards from the Edge, which is actually an adaptation of Carrie Fisher's book about her mother and hers relationship. Regarding Henry.
Oh, there's a
an interesting.
I haven't thought about that one in forever.
I know, right? But when you hear the name, it's like the premise of a movie where a guy is a complete prick, gets shot in the head, and learns how to be a fucking decent person. Seems like so contrived, but that movie was really good.
That was a really good movie.
It was. Birdcage, Primary Colors, Angels in America. All right, enough with Mike Nichols. He quit directing. Tom Hanks. What can be said about Tom Hanks that could not be said about Afghanistan?
You can teach him how to type, but you can't teach him to grow tits.
I don't want to. Honestly, I'm not even going to.
No. Okay. All right. So that's the end of the show then. Nobody wants to say anything. I'm tired of hearing myself talk.
Yeah, I just feel like that's a trap. That is a trap.
That's a good callback.
That was like Tom Hanks looks good in a suit, and then
that's a good callback. I like that a lot, actually. I mean, Tom Hanks. He's Tom Hanks. What are you gonna do? Julia Roberts. Let's get into it. When you think of Julia Roberts, what's the role that comes to mind?
Pretty Woman.
Erin Brockovich.
Erin Brockovich is second.
Mystic Pizza.
It's Pretty Woman. It's
always Pretty Woman. Absolutely. I don't know. Like, will you go out of your way to watch a Julia Roberts movie?
No.
She's not a man's actor, though.
Erin Brockovich. I specifically went out and watched that movie, and I think that's an excellent movie. I think she does a good job in that movie.
But again, like the subject matter is what really kicks ass.
Yeah, but I think she does a good job with it. Like, like Pretty Woman is Pretty Woman. It's whatever. Pretty Woman is so popular because, well, I probably shouldn't say that, but there's a reason it's so popular.
I mean, personally, I've never liked Pretty Woman. I don't like really.
I'm not a big fan of it,
but it's a movie for women. Like every movie I've met so many movies in my lifetime. Every woman I've ever met has.
Hello, Northman. Nice to meet you.
Right. All these movies know a lot of women, and I've met the movies, but Dude, like name one woman over the age of 30 who's not like, oh yeah, Pretty Woman. I love that movie. Sonia makes me
Helen
watch
Smith
it
of
every other
Omaha,
year.
Nebraska.
You've been called out, Helen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right in,
Sonia-
leave your
Called
comment.
out.
Sonia, one of the movies, it was, I can't remember the other one, but she learned English from watching 2 movies. One of them was Pretty Woman. So she makes me watch that movie every year.
And was the other one Police Academy 3, Citizens on Patrol?
You know what?
Yama, yama, yama.
We've
It was
reviewed
Blue
the other.
Streak.
We've reviewed the other movie that you said
Did
she
we?
used. Yeah.
I've brought this up before.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Isn't it? It's that stupid movie you guys like.
Fidelity. High
Yeah.
fidelity.
You guys, hey, don't fucking put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Whatever.
Fucking High Fidelity. All right.
Music elitist.
Amy Adams.
snob.
Only 68 credits for Julia Roberts on IMDb for acting. I feel like she'd be much more prolific, but 68 movies, still really, really great. With 66 movie credits coming in, Amy Adams in 06. This is right around, or 07, right around Ricky Bobby, which I feel like kind of catapulted her. I started looking through her IMDb and was surprised that she was actually had a few noteworthy roles before she was Gorgeous Woman. That was the name of the character, and Tenacious D, which I when I watch that movie now, I'm like, how did they talk Amy Adams to being this bit part at a bar during their fucking show? But pretty good. What a good sport. How much did you like Amy Adams in Annihilation, Russ?
Didn't she just get killed?
She's not in Annihilation. Jesus Christ.
Is that the
I
other
knew
girl?
it. I fucking knew it. No, but she is in The Arrival. Have you guys seen The Arrival, where she teaches language to aliens?
How dare you trap me with that? Like I was trying to place her and I was like, there's a redhead in that. Okay. Yeah, and you know that I already said this. I'm a redhead. So fuck you. I know the struggle that we have.
I don't know where this diatribe is coming
you
from.
fall victim to the same stereotypes. That's hilarious. That's the
It's
funny
true.
part.
All right. So backstory for all the viewers, all 5 of you. I thought
And
that
this
Amy
is
Adams.
Russ talking, not Eddie Redmayne. I just want to point out, sorry, people probably think Eddie Redmayne is giving a press statement right now, but it's Russell Craigie.
Or that famous snowboarder, whatever his name was.
Apollo, right? Sean
See,
Apollo Creed. I don't know his name.
Sean something.
Sean Hayes.
Anyways, I thought
Sean
that
Penn.
Amy Adams was in Hot Rod, the Babe No Wait Babe girl. And Ben called me stupid because, you know, I guess I don't know everything about every movie.
I don't think I did.
I'm pretty sure he
I
said,
don't
"You're
think I
an
did.
idiot."
I don't think I did.
But
Never
and
have.
then
We
I
have
was
no
like,
video
"Are you
proof of
serious?"
that.
And I googled this other girl. What's her name?
I will
He's-
share the screenshot.
Isla Fisher. She's married to Sacha Baron Cohen.
They look exactly the same, and it pains me to say that
They
because
don't. All they have in common is
don't at
red
all.
hair.
they have slightly
If you were to make that
lips.
statement
Slightly
about
different
IMDb does it all the time too. Bryce Dallas Howard and Jessica Chastain, they look very similar. Very similar. Amy Adams and Jessica Chastain, even believable. But Isla Fisher does not look like nope. Anyway, let's get back on track with Philip Seymour Hoffman. This guy
I just googled the two of them at the same time. Apparently, I'm not the only one who's ever thought this. There's a lot of pictures of them right next to each other. They look the same. There's a lot of pictures out there, Ben. All right,
let's
what were you
litigate it.
saying?
What other top redhead lookalikes are there?
What
Let's
else are
do
you
a
saying?
half an hour on this.
Oh my God. There's actually a picture where they pose together on the red carpet dressed in the same outfit. You can't tell them apart. They're the same.
Siamese twins. That's crazy.
Also, the girl from Game of Thrones who was really annoying with the bow and arrow.
Sansa
No,
with the
she was
bow
one
and
of the-
arrow.
the wildling girl. She looks like them too.
Oh, right. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yep.
Yeah,
What were we
that's
talking
her
about?
name.
Redheads.
We're talking about Charlie Wilson's War. It came out in 2007, 7 years before the passing of Philip Seymour Hoffman, who really eats up the screen when he's on it. His scene where he is dealing with, I always think of him as the guy from Mad Men, but I don't remember the character's name because it's been a while. So now I just call him Tony Stark's dad, because that's the role he's probably even better known for now. But him and Hoffman fucking going at it with the broken window. Dude,
His name is Roger Sterling.
Yes.
that's right. I knew it was Sterling. I knew it was fucking Sterling. Anyway, he owns Sterling Vineyards. It's yep, fact. Gonna be your boss. Anyway,
I don't work there.
what would you say when you think of Philip Seymour Hoffman? What's the first movie you think of, and then what do you think is his best acting?
Well, after watching this, I love everything he does. I love him in it. I don't know why though. First movie I think of is Mission Impossible 3. I've said this before on this show. He fucking like Mission Impossible. That series kind of sucks compared to all other spy series like Bourne, 007, smash Mission Impossible. But Mission Impossible 3
Rain's just getting fucked up.
Mission Impossible 3 is epically awesome, and it's all because of Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I'll have to check that one out. Still haven't seen
But
it.
his best acted? I mean, probably
No, man,
Capote,
that guy,
right?
he brings the heat every time he's on the screen. I mean,
I really liked him in this movie, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
My
the other
my first. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other movie that I've seen him in where they're in an art gallery and he's playing his typical role. He's the second, supporting role, and he comes in and he's like, I just sharded. We gotta leave. I just sharded in my
What
pants.
is that in?
And he's like,
Yeah, I remember. I can't
sharded.
think
What
of
did
what
you
movie
shard?
it is.
He's like, it's when it's a fart, but then you push it out and it's a little bit more than a fart. It's
That's
little bit of
Along
shit.
Came Polly.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
the name? Damn, that's such a lame ass movie for that role. That figures that line sticks out forever. But
I mean,
I personally liked him in the fucking Tom Riddle one that we did. I can't
Talented
fucking-
Mr.
Yeah,
Ripley.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Mr. Ripley. Yeah,
Are
that's-
we peeping, Tom?
That's
How's
that-
the peeping?
That's always every time I see him. That's the role I think of for him. I don't know
Oh.
why. I really enjoy that role for him.
I mean, Ben, you
For
probably
me,
watched
it's
Capote.
Punch Drunk Love. I have seen Capote. He's amazing in it for sure.
Yeah.
But I 100% always think of him as the villain from Punch Drunk Love. I love that movie, and he is so fucking good in it. When anyway, let's not get into it. We'll review it at some point.
Well,
Sin of a Woman.
when he's having his argument with Roger Sterling in this, or John Slattery,
Right,
uh,
right. Tony Stark's dad, Papa Stark.
Tony Stark's dad. That is a phenomenal scene and just phenomenally acted. And it's one of those things where like only Philip Seymour Hoffman can act the scene the way it needed to be acted in a way where you would consider nominating someone for best performance. Like the humor, yet aggression, yet serious drama, all wrapped into that 1 to 2 minutes.
I felt like it was over the top for the opening, for the introduction of the character.
Get out of here. Ben, can you
I
kick him
feel like
off?
I feel like if they'd
Shut the front door.
have grounded his character a little bit more and then done that, it would have been better. I felt like it was over the top for an introductory scene.
Were you listening
On the
to
flip
me
side-
through that door? Did you stand next to that door and listen?
Yeah.
That is a
That
thick
was
door.
great. I'm telling you, that was great.
Yeah, bug the Scotch bottle. I honestly thought it's not a long scene, but the scene where he's talking to Julia Roberts and he basically like insults her 3 times and then alludes to the fact that she could sleep with him if she wanted to. I was like, dude, really good acting from both of them in this. Like, this is a believable scene. I thought that was there are many points where there's a testament to the writing of this movie is just really, really well done.
Yeah, when they go meet with the weapons expert who's playing chess, that was really good.
Right.
Like that scene.
Yeah. Guy in the back, you don't want to train queens with me. I want to stick on him for a minute because I know we just did Twister not long ago, but I don't think we did a lot of talking about him. Sin of a Woman. It's probably been a long time since you guys have seen that movie, I'm going to guess. But in it, he's one of the guys at the college who is involved in the prank that's going to get Chris O'Donnell evicted from the college, expelled, I guess. He's not evicted. He's so slimy in that. It really helped him. I feel like he plays the same role in Talented Mr. Ripley.
Yeah.
Something very similar. And then Twister. And then something I actually brought up that Russ quickly put the squash to, but I think I've only seen Boogie Nights once. But his role in Boogie Nights really sticks out as just, again, in a movie of some pretty great acting, like he's so believable as that character. It's a little wonky. I don't know. I always think of him in that role as well as being like just what a force. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's a treasure.
Have either of you guys seen Doubt?
Doubt?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
No.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either, but it's a really highly rated. Meryl Streep and him through the Catholic Church during a time of turmoil.
Huh.
I don't know.
Might be good.
That'd be another one. He's also prominent in the Mockingbird series.
He's probably one of the few actors out there that if I know he's in the movie, I'll make an effort to watch it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You figure at least it's going to be decent.
Like knowing now that that we don't have him to look forward to anymore. Like, I don't think there's a single movie he's ever been in where his performance wasn't either the best performance or the second best performance.
Yeah. This movie included. I agree. Emily Blunt in a tiny little throwaway role, but pretty great role.
I mean, titties.
Feel like this movie had something to do with drawing John Krasinski's attention.
Maybe.
Titties.
Might have. I mean, if Edge of Tomorrow doesn't cement it, this one's a good kickoff.
Okay, this is the Starship Troopers for Edge of Tomorrow.
Hey, you guys like seeing drunk people? Click this button.
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Die, repeat.
Last one I got for the A, and then we got the WAD expelled. Weird note to stop on, but when they go to Julia Roberts' party, and the auctioneer is that redhead who you're like, oh, I know her. I've seen her in much shit.
Was that Isla?
No. Her name is Patrika Darbo. She does not look like Isla Fisher. But Russ wouldn't make that assumption. Why is that, Russ?
Don't try and make this sound like I have some kind of problem.
They both have red hair. Like I don't understand.
No, they look exactly alike.
Yeah. You put them side by side on the red carpet.
Who is Patrika Darbo? I'm looking at her right now. You are wrong. She's been in no movies that anyone cares about.
121 movies, film credits to her name, film and TV. She's been in tons of shit. You've seen her in tons of shit.
The Pirates Code, Space Invaders, Carpool Guy, Madhouse.
Hey, I'm not saying they were all winners, but The Burbs. Yeah, I'll cut to the chase. In The Burbs, Yep.
No.
All right,
Yeah.
gonna have to do that
Yeah.
too. There's another
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
Well,
in Rango, the movie with the chameleon.
She
who
was.
fights
She did
the
provide a
owl,
voice to Rango.
whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, did she do the
Yeah.
redhead?
She's probably the redhead in that one.
So we're working on chipping away at doing all 50 of the top 50 movies of 07. We've still got American Gangster to do. We got Juno.
Oh my God.
And Zodiac could be probably my next pick.
Could we
But
skip
Knocked
Juno?
Up also came out. 300. I saw 300 twice in the movie theater. Why did I do that? The second time I saw it in the
Because-
movie theater, I thought I got it the first time.
Because it was just such a distinctive visual tour de force.
300 was 07.
Yeah.
07. Yep. Zack
I mean-
Snyder. You know what else was? Another movie with just numbers in its title. 310 to Yuma.
There's
Incredible
more
movie.
than just numbers in that.
30
Yeah,
Days a Night.
Just saying.
And
Remember seeing that in the movie theater?
that's also more
Still-
than just numbers.
Still more than just numbers.
One of my favorite movie theater experiences because I forgot about it, but Ben told me later that he liked me being there to watch that movie with him. And so I always think back on him saying that as a moment
Aw.
where he
Aw.
says, that
I'll
we're
be your
friends.
Huckleberry.
I always remember Jason saying that, oh, Hagrid's in this movie when the guy with the big bushy beard showed up. And then I could not stop saying, you're a wizard, Harry, whenever he was on the screen. Which Robbie Coltrane just passed, like
Yeah, rest in
RIP to
peace.
Hagrid.
Yeah.
Very sad.
I saw an
Very
interview with
sad.
him with his face shaved, and I was like, dude, that's not the look. Grow the beard back.
Oh, he's been around a long time. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
in a movie called Nuns on the Run with Eric Idle. That as a kid, I don't know why, but I watched that shit over. Oh, I do know why. It was on HBO,
Ah,
and we had HBO.
and
And I'm a
Isla was
fucking
in it,
movie
right?
junkie.
She was
Isla
redhead?
Fisher, not even born when that
Oh,
came out. I think.
damn it.
I think. Last movie I'm going to mention from 07, besides Charlie Wilson's War, which I'm sure we'll talk about just a little more, but Reign Over Me. Very serious role for Adam Sandler with Don Cheadle. Have you guys seen that?
Once. I don't remember it.
I mean,
Oh,
I remember
there's some
watching
other
it, but-
movies we got to talk about from 07. And I feel like we've done this a lot of times. But should we talk about Juno? Because
No.
that
I'll
stars
tell you what we
someone.
don't need to talk about because you can click this button and watch us talk about it. Super bad. But
Well, anyways,
what
Elliot
about
Page
Juno?
was great in Elliot Page, really good in that movie.
Not in that movie. A different person that transitioned to Elliot Page was in that movie.
Hey, American Gangster. And
Yeah.
did you
Fantastic.
guys
mentioned it.
ever give
Yeah.
Assassination of Jesse James a chance? Because
Fuck yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
a really good movie by the
Right.
coward Robert Ford. That's a really good movie. That's Brad Pitt at some of his smoldering best.
So what I remember about that
Moldering
movie
Best.
is what you just
Mhm.
said,
Nice.
but I
How
can't
smoldering
remember.
Brad Pitt is.
I can't remember. I can't remember anything about the
Smolder
movie.
factor 12.
I can't remember anything about the movie. And I'm like, was it really that
No.
great if I can't remember it? I remember like
True.
how they hijacked the train in the beginning and they get on the train and all that. But
The rest of it's just a wash of Brad Pitt hotness.
like what? Yeah, he's so
Right.
smoldering. He was a distraction. They shouldn't put someone like that in there because I can't look past
You,
his
you
nipples.
smolder so much you're gonna
Russ.
light it on fire, Brad.
Russ has to put Madonna on and watch that movie.
Yeah,
When
I need
think
to-
about you. I touch myself.
That's the Divinals. It's
Oh.
not
Hey.
Madonna.
One thing that did come out in 07 that started it
That
it
worked
led
out
up to
well.
a visceral betrayal was Transformers, and we can
The
never
first
let
one?
that go.
Yeah, no, that's the best line in years.
Zodiac too. All right, let's go.
Zodiac's
Yeah.
personal favorite. Venture. Yeah. Anyway, Charlie Wilson's War. Worth a watch. What was our average rating, Russ? Nobody cares. Do you guys have anything
It's a B
else to
plus. It was between a B
plus.
and a B plus, but I'm gonna, go up.
Right.
Nice.
Nepotism.
Excellent.
That's what that's called.
Right. Well, he was exposed to Charlie's Angels, so he has to rise to the occasion.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, personally, I just,
All right.
like such a striking, well-written movie, just soaked in absolute, sex positive attributes for a man.
Sex positive attributes for a man.
Yeah.
Don't slut shame Charlie
write-
Wilson.
Right.
Can I write
Yeah.
that down and use that for later?
Yeah, absolutely. Trademarked.
I think you should.
You should go to our merch
I think
store.
you
There's
should.
bumper stickers,
right.
t-shirts. We've got hats, pins. Vote for Charlie Wilson. Charlie Wilson for president.
Hey, is
Yeah.
this
Is
more
he still
movie
alive?
more or less
Sex
plausible?
No, he passed in 2010, I want to say.
Oh, damn.
14? Something like that, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, what are we doing next time?
You'll have to tune in and find out, just like everybody else. And just like everybody else, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and most of all, leave us comments. Let us know how you got here.
Yeah, closed mouth don't get fed.
That's right. You know what else it doesn't get? Sex positive.